Okay, I'm finally, I can't even talk. Gonna show you guys the elephant. So, all you need, I found it easier to do it with the longer mesh, the 21 inch, especially for the ears sake. So, so I got that. This is just an old roll I had just to show you guys. And realistically, I think you only gonna need um, 3 of the pipe cleaners, or you could use the zip ties. Of course, you want to have it the same color as your mesh so it won't show. So I'm gonna rough it because I don't remember, because I kind of just grab mesh a lot of times and just start working. So it's kind of unscripted, but I believe I started with the ears and I did 10 inches. I need a bigger table. Hopefully you guys can see. So let's see if I have something to hold my mesh down. Let's see. All right. And if I'm sniffing a lot, forgive me. I have really bad sinus problems. And this week has been horrible. I'll clean this up some because that's my sorry, my inability to cut straight even with a mat. So I did that one in 10 inches. And then I'm gonna do another one. And I'm only cutting it this way. Actually, I'm gonna do one a little longer because I'm only like 12. Okay, we're gonna figure out which part goes to which in a minute, okay? Sorry. I'm gonna overlap this a little bit and do 12 actually for the ears, I'm sorry. I don't really have a method to some of my craziness sometimes. I just get to going. So, for the ears, it's really simple. So I just take the mesh, flatten it out. Sure, they probably got a different roll of mesh. So basically, if I get mine straight, let's see, sorry. Just take it, kind of find a center. Guess we should do it on the mat. Maybe you'll have a better view of it. Okay. Mesh, stop unrolling. Kind of taking the center of it. And I'm just gonna do like we do with a lot of our wreaths. Just kind of scrunch it together. Maybe I should show you guys what a different one. Again, I told you this is very unscripted. Take the pipe cleaner. And I'm gonna tie it. So what I've been finding was that kind of want the ears to be floppy, right? So I'll go back, like once we attach it to the head, and I'll show you. So we're just doing that for the ears. Can you kind of see? And for the head, I'm gonna take one side. Sorry, it wasn't an angle. Overlap it. Then kind of grab the center. I'll put a pipe cleaner through there. Or a zip tie. So we have that. You could probably cut it shorter too. Take the ears. We're gonna attach it through there. And if you're really steady with your hands, realistically, you probably could take that one pipe cleaner with the ears and attach one, so you won't have so many in the back. So because I have horrible end of the roll mesh, you can kind of see. Can you see the shape? Then you see the shape of the head? I sort of play with the ears. Some people like really floppy ears, but if you want, you could bring it around. You see that? So your ears could be more. Let's see how. I'm gonna play with it once we finish here. Now, the other part, the tusk, you see how I like the end of the roll kind of for the head, because you see how it's starting to kind of form by itself. So it makes it a little easier to kind of shape this head. Actually, I'm gonna take this off. So I won't pull on the mesh too much. Until I do this. I'm sorry, I should have cut all this beforehand, right? Or told you you need 3 pieces. Same thing, depending on the length of the tusk, or is that the trunk? I'm sorry. The trunk that you want. You can kind of play with this. I don't think that it's necessarily a specific size you need for the trunk, because what I'm doing, that looks like about 10 inches that I'm doing. This is the only tricky part. So you take this, and what you're doing is kind of attaching it to the top of the head, like so. Yeah, I probably cut it too long. See, that's really long if you want that. And because you want the trunk to be bigger at the top, can you see? Bigger at the top than it is. Kind of want to go down, get smaller as you go down. And a lot of times I end up rolling this before I even attach it, just so you can kind of get the look that is, you know, going to the end of the trunk. And like I said, this trunk is probably way too long, so I'm kind of just rolling it to get to the end. And I'm gonna be honest, sometimes it'll stay and sometimes I just keep rolling, and I actually roll a little tighter because it's going to unravel a little bit. So see, you're trying to get your end. We can cut that, play with it, whatever. I think the last one I did, because this didn't want to stay on, I dabbed just a little bit of glue on the back of it. Okay, so now I'm gonna attach this head, the ears too. There's stuff everywhere. Take this back. I'm gonna attach it back right in the center of the head. You see what I'm doing? Just twisted it in the back. So you kind of got this. And like I said, I like my ears to be down. And depending on how large, because you could actually just cut the mesh a little longer so that you could get, you know, bigger ears or whatever. Yeah, I kind of messed up with this, getting the wrong roll to show you guys the example. So then I just sort of play with the ears until I get them how I want them. And you could attach, see, I'm gonna take the top part and actually include it behind here. And I normally don't work with stuff flat. I like to put it on my wall and look at it, go back to it. And it's kind of easier, especially for this, to kind of do it, you know, while your wreath is hanging on something. So I just kind of attach the top of the ears so that I can have that effect. I know it looks crazy now, but yeah, I kind of play with all this stuff back here. Yeah, I probably should have. I'm not liking it because it's curling too much. So let's see, I have a reform here. I could kind of put it on just so you can see. Because although right now you know you can't really see the face, when you're putting it on the reform, what's gonna happen is it's gonna pull it up some. Sorry, I don't know why. Usually I could pull and stretch and get this a little straighter, but I don't want to cooperate. Sorry. I know I told you guys I was horrible in instruction, but I wanted to try to get you guys something. Because so many people have been asking for me to do the elephant. Again, I kind of, let me see if I find another piece of mesh. Then we got, so you can have it, you really see the ears. And like I said, this sometimes unravel. So what I've been doing was adding something decorative on there, like wrap around it. Like I think the first one I did, the silver one with the little tutu, I did some gold, I'm sorry, some, what do you call that? I wrapped it with some diamond wrap or something so that it can kind of stay. Like I said, this is sort of long. And then the blue one I did, I gave him like a little ring around his trunk. For the sake of this video, I'm just gonna hold it like that so I can work on these ears for you. So depending, also, you know, some people like their head a little more narrow. This one is sort of wide. So once I sort of put it on my wreath, I play with the ears. Can you see? Let's see. Kind of play with the ears so it can have that shape. You can always tuck, continue to tuck, you know, your head down some. If I had made this bigger, okay. So I'll just take the eyes, if I can use some blue. Put the eyeballs on there. Need some more glue. Sorry. I was gonna invest in getting a new glue gun, but I was like, if it's not broke, why fix it, right? Don't talk about me too bad. I should have been more prepared. Just wanted to kind of give you a overview, and hopefully, you know, this sort of shows it. I had my glue gun on the other side of the room because I was working on something else. So it's not even plugged up. Kind of stick the eyes on there. Why am I singing while I'm talking? All right, guys. And like I said, just kind of play with, you know, the mesh, especially, you know, the end of the roll. Yeah, you could pull it in some, make the face a little less narrow. Maybe that'll help because I have this horrible rolled up mesh. All right, we're gonna play with this. Maybe I just didn't center it properly. Okay, we all mess up, right? It's all a learning experience with us. Sometimes I just go straight to a wreath and I just get it done. Like it's done and I have no issues with doing the wreath. And then other times I'm always thinking like I'm taking this off because something's not on there right. But like I said, like sometimes I come up with something or do something, forget how I do it, or you know, they never come out the same way twice, right? I intertwine the things, so. And I learned from the second time I made this, you know, be careful how many times you take this off because you're gonna start pulling a. I'm gonna try it different. Let me see what else. If I have another piece that's not so curled. That's 12. That's at 12. And I'm counting. So we're gonna go that route. This is why all my mesh is all messed up because I hate to follow lines. I guess my advice to you would be, don't use the end of the road. All right, I'm just gonna kind of take this, I'm scrunching it up in the middle. This from a mistake one. Put pipe cleaner. I ain't do a good job twisting it. I know, I'll get better. And I promise you when I do the butterfly again, I promise you, I'm gonna be prepared. We're gonna call this video, let's learn together. All right, let's try this again. So I am going to wrap this. I'm gonna take each end of it and I'm gonna attach it to the center of this, just the very end of it, because you want your ears nice and floppy. I probably should shoot this video all over, huh? Lost my place. Again, I just sort of play with these ears until I have it how I want it. I was gonna be able to just get up here and zoom, zoom, zoom and do this elephant, thinking I had it all together. I guess that's why you should put the eyes on when you finally have your, decide how you want to put your ears. I'm gonna release this one in the back so that it can flop down, and I'll probably just cut some so that curl wouldn't necessarily be there. I'm not gonna use this for anything. I just wanted to kind of show you all, because that means that those eyes probably needs to be adjusted so that the ears won't be covering it. But all right, here it is, trunk. again, I'm kind of taking it and gonna wrap it around this part. Then you want it to be bigger at the top half. And then you're just gonna roll it around and get smaller as you get to the end. And I don't want, I guess my biggest thing is trying to make sure you don't see where it's rolled at. I want it to look like it's one endless piece. But sometimes it's not possible to do that. And again, the last time when I put it on the wreath, it wouldn't stay. The trunk wouldn't stay well. But because I used sort of the end of the roll, like I said, it was kind of a good thing to use the end of the roll for the trunk. But up here, you know, you don't necessarily want that. So then I would, let's see if I have some ribbon or something around. I just grabbed a piece of ribbon to make a little bow, or like I did the little hat. And I'm only doing this for the sake of the video. And I glued this on last time. That looks horrible, don't it? I glued this on because I just didn't want to mess with the mesh anymore. Whatever. I'm not gonna worry about the little bow. That's not why you all came, right? So I glued it in the middle, right over, you know, where you can sort of see the thing. Let's see if we put it on a wreath ring. You all get it better. All right, let's see. Can you see it? And you can either let this hang. Let me see if I can adjust a little bit. Let this hang some. I don't know if you can see it. I still didn't fix these ears. And then I would probably move the eyes further down. My glue gun isn't hot anymore. I'm gonna show you that. So I think we got it. Where's the little crazy bow? A little ugly bow I made. I think the first time I did it, I tucked the bottom half. The second time I did it, I didn't tuck it because it looked better to hang like that. And again, you know, whatever you want to create, put a little hat up there. You want to put a little ribbon right here. You see? There you go. Can you see it? Well, you can see. And there's the little elephant. Thank you.